Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and much as I like to do every time we're beginning a new season of anime, I always like to make a little list and then cast in a video that out to you guys who have followed my reviews and taken the time to watch them and comment and everything like that, and sort of bound off you guys what is piquing your interests to coincide with my own. Now, let me preface this video by saying that I will probably likely be continuing to cover the previous season series Shokugeki no Souma and Arslan Senki, respectively. They are the longer series, 24 to 26 episodes, something like that each. And unless they get tremendously boring out of nowhere or uninteresting or something else gets in the way, I will likely still be covering both of those. Especially with Shokugeki no Souma, it's just so absurd and outlandish and hilarious. I don't see that, losing my interest anytime soon, and thus I will likely be still continuing to cover both of them all the way straight through to the end. If I decide to change my mind at any point along the way, I will of course update everybody with a video and let you know not to expect that, but I don't see that happening, at least for the moment. As well as with the previous season of anime coverage, it's the most anime I've ever covered at one time, with 6 full series every week to talk about, and 2 days out of the week I had to double dip. It was like 2 episodes on Fridays, 1 on Saturday, 2 on Sundays, and then 1 on Tuesdays. And if you've been following me on Facebook or even on my secondary channel where I've posted video rants and updates, but especially on Facebook, I've made a lot of posts about offline troubles and strife to do with health problems, health issues that both myself and my sister, whom I'm a caregiver for, have been dealing with, and the frustrations of that. Some of that stuff, as well as logistical, buggy, stuff with YouTube and everything, have been getting to the point where covering so many episodes a week, especially those days where I've had 2 to talk about, 2 to watch, then 2 to record reviews and upload reviews for, has become a bit monotonous. I still think I could cover up to 6 series, but the one thing I want to try to stop doing is not, cover more than 1 a day. If I can limit it to 1 series a day that I can watch and record a review about, that would be a lot less, stressful and everything like that. And it's going to be with that I'm going into this new season of anime, looking at all these series. I always tend to, talk about the ones that have piqued my interest, but it will be, them having to sell me on it by the end of the first respective episodes. And if I'm left feeling like I want to talk about it, I will. I'll end up picking it up in reviews and such like that. But it remains to be seen, and I really want to sort of go into this new season with that in mind, that I don't want to double dip. I don't want to have more than 1 a day to cover anymore. And so I've basically, as I say, compiled a brief little list, not too many series, but these are the ones that have struck me as being intriguing or interesting looking. The first of which has actually been one that I've had recommended and referred to me multiple times, even before the previous season of anime began, and that is the series Gangsta. And from the PV, I mean, at least to me, with a very cursory knowledge of it, just looking at the footage and everything, it kind of reminds me, it has a vibe of being like a Black Lagoon meets the Scorsese film Goodfellas, and as far as I'm concerned, win-win. As far as all the new upcoming anime for the summer season, I can almost guarantee, without even seeing the first episode, that I will probably be picking this one up and talking about it as the episodes subsequently air. No matter how long it is, I don't know how long the series will be. Following on from there, the only one of the ones that I've chosen to talk about that have piqued my interest, that I see a PV for as of the time of this recording, but it's actually not like, animation from the series. It's repurposed manga pages or whatever. But it still has characters that look interesting to me, and the vibe I get from it. I am going to want to check out the first episode. Is Aoharu x Kikanjuu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly or not, but let me know what you know about that particular series, if you know anything, so we can jam on it and whatever like that. And as I say, I think you have these characters like blonde-haired and looks like they're wearing military garb or something like that. I don't know if they're brothers. Kind of reminded me of like it could have been a sequel series to Tideline Blue or something like that, which was a series I enjoyed. Following on from there is the series Gate, and I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this entirety of this name correctly, but it's Gate: Jieitai, Kanochi, Nite, Kaku, Tatakeri, I guess, or Tatakeri. This is one of those series that falls in line with something I've been covering a lot through the course of my tenure of covering anime and talking about anime. Kind of a Sword Art Online, Log Horizon, .hack vibe, and those are series I always gravitate towards. I shouldn't say always, though, because there are a couple other series within this summer season that are basically similar, but I don't particularly care for the animation style and the looks of those. But this one stood out to me. I think this is the one where there's a portal that opens, and you have like an elfin girl you see in the PV for it, and very RPG aesthetics. Like RPG aesthetics are vomiting themselves onto the real world, and people have to band together, a small group of characters, I guess, to figure out how that happened, why that's happening, stop monsters from crossing into our dimension, something along those lines. And it's just the animation and the character style that, stuck out to me as being very reminiscent of things that I enjoy watching anyway. So I'll be wanting to check that out. Following on from there is the series, and there's, the English title, which is Snow White with the Red Hair, and the Japanese title, which is Akagami no Shirayuki Hime, I guess. And, I am, if you followed my channel for a while, you know that I'm a big-time Disney movie fan and, Disney animation. I've been a lifelong animation fan, from Warner Brothers to Hanna-Barbera to Disney and everything like that. In my early life, before writing became a passion, before doing videos and such like that, I believed I wanted to be a cartoonist / animator, so I was always really interested in those kinds of things, and Snow White is one of my favorite movies. I like Sleeping Beauty even better, but as far as the Disney catalog, so this series, just calling it Snow White with the Red Hair intrigues me. The title alone and the way the characters appear, I don't exactly have any idea what the story's going to be about, but the title and the characters and the look of the piece alone has me intrigued to at least check it out. And then kind of rounding out, this summer season basically is the series Kengoku Gakuen, which is translated as Prison School. And this just looks kind of in the vein of like a Batum meets Shokugeki no Souma meets like Shawshank Redemption, something like that. This looks like a kooky madcap series and everything like that. And so, I definitely want to check it out. I saw the PV and it stood out to me as being absolute absurdity, and sometimes I gravitate towards series like that. This looks like it's going to be filled with action and just absurdity and hilarity. And so, yeah, I'm going to be wanting to check it out. And those are pretty much, the limit of the summer season of anime that I want to potentially check into. And I don't know. I won't know until after each subsequent episode has aired whether or not I'm going to want to talk about it. And even then, whether or not I may just do a first impressions video for each of them and then, pick them up later if I stick with them. Or whether I'm going to do episodic reviews as I have been doing with all the previous series that, most of you will be familiar with my coverage of. So that's, again, Gangsta, Aoharu x Kikanjuu, Gate, Jieitai, Kanochi, Nite, Kaku, Tatakeri, Akagami no Shirayuki Hime, or Snow White with the Red Hair, and again, Kengoku Gakuen, or Prison School. And so these are the top series that I'm looking at as far as I say, piquing my interest for the summer season of anime. And, let me know in the comments below if any of these have stood out to you, if any series, apart from this have stood out to you as being ones you want to, get into and check out and, whatever like that. There's also been a series that is actually older that, as of the time of this recording, has been recommended to me by two of my friends over on Facebook. The series Rainbow, Nisha Rokubo no Shichinin, I guess. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. But I think it was out in 2010, 2009, 2010, something like that. And I looked at, some of the first episode, and it looks interesting to me. It's an older series, as I say, and time permitting, I will probably be checking that out and try to do a full series review at some point. I am currently actually watching, as of picking up the save pack for it, the series Shangri-La as well, and I only have a small handful of episodes left of that series, and I will probably be doing a full series review discussion video talking about that as well. And anytime I can get my hands on anime or whatever it is, manga, graphic novel trades, movies, and Doctor Who, Star Trek, all these different things that I actually have interest in, I like to talk about it, and I really just follow my own passions and interests, and hopefully, you know, those things interest you guys as well. And if you see something cropping up on this channel that doesn't interest you, you'll stick around and wait for when something does again, you know, something like that. And we can powwow. As I say in the comments below, I'd love to hear from you. What series has your interest piqued in the summer season that is about to debut? I know, you know, from what I hear, Gangsta is definitely the top contender that a lot of people are talking about. And but I wanted to jam with a couple other series that, you know, has piqued my interest, even if I may not end up actually covering them. It remains to be seen. But so yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say with this particular update. Love to hear from you in the comments below as always, and hope this video finds you well. I'll catch you all later. Peace.